If you thought the drama ended when Roman Reigns pointed his finger at the WrestleMania 42 sign last night, well, you are dead wrong, because we are hearing some absolutely insane rumors coming out of Stanford today that Triple H, the game, the CCO himself, is preparing to do the unthinkable with this massive exclusives that we're going to be pulling to you right now. We are talking about nullifying the Royal Rumble 2026 results. The rumors, the news, the headlines, the gossip, the speculation, the hearsay. That's right. There is a very real chance, and remember, if you like videos like this, click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, hype up the video. There is a real chance that Roman Reigns doesn't even make it to WrestleMania 42 in the main event, the main attraction, the talking point, the reason why you're going to want to watch, the reason why you want to win the Royal Rumble. Why? Because the tribal chief reportedly went off script, and the consequences could be absolutely catastrophic. We're breaking down the 3 massive reasons why the game Triple H, Hunter S. Helmsley, is going to potentially pull the trigger on Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the winner of the 2026 Royal Rumble, here with the hottest WWE news and WWE rumors, including a secret contract dispute that completely flips the script on Roman Reigns' schedule. For one, maybe we can label this 1A, why Roman Reigns would be pulled as the winner, would be canceled as the winner of the Royal Rumble and replaced as the winner of the Royal Rumble last night on ESPN. One is that his win on YouTube got so many dislikes, so many thumbs down. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was out of this world, the amount of dislikes and thumbs down Roman Reigns got. But can you imagine the likes, the dislike ratio had Gunther actually won the Royal Rumble last night? There would have been an outrage. There would have been an uproar. There would have been riots everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into this. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to get real messy real quick and real fast. Let's get right into the meat of the situation. The number one reason that Roman Reigns' win is in jeopardy is pure ego and disrespect. According to sources in the know, and remember to like, subscribe, hype, click the bell, turn on all notifications so you never miss a moment. Following the Rumble, Roman Reigns didn't just celebrate, he allegedly took a shot at the current state of WWE, creative, and Triple H personally. We've been hearing whispers all year that Roman isn't happy with how he's been booked since his return. The rumor is that he feels the endgame storyline is weak and that he is the only reason people are watching. Well, apparently, he made those feelings known loudly backstage. Triple H reportedly sees this as a direct challenge to his authority. You don't bury the boss's creative vision on the night you win the Royal Rumble. Now, Triple H is looking at it like this. Okay, you think this creative sucks? Fine. You don't get the main event. Voiding your Royal Rumble win is a power move. It tells the locker room that no one, not even the tribal chief, is bigger than WWE's machine. Then we got reason number 2 why Roman Reigns could be pulled. And do you think Roman Reigns should be pulled, should be canceled as the winner of this year's Royal Rumble? Should it have been LA Knight? A lot of people are under the assumption that LA Knight should have won the Royal Rumble, that he is due a win. He is past due. He is overdue. Reason number 2, well, it's strictly business. And it involves the big boys at TKO and Netflix. We are entering a new era. We've been hearing that over and over again. We are entering a new era. Netflix wants global superstars who play ball. They want media-friendly faces promoting the product, not loose cannons who are going into business for themselves. Now, there is speculation that Roman Reigns' contract has a conduct clause tied to WrestleMania main events. And if TKO feels that a top star is damaging the brand's image by trashing the company publicly or leaking frustration to dirt sheets, they have the right to pull promotional opportunities. Now, Triple H might be using this clause as a legal loophole to strip the win. Again, Roman Reigns to be stripped of his win at last night's Royal Rumble. He can go out there on Raw or SmackDown or from the WWE corporate offices and say the decision comes down from the board of directors. And it keeps his hands clean while punishing Roman Reigns. There won't be no push here when push comes to shove. Or TKO wants a corporate champion like Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker to launch the Netflix era. Not a grumpy part-timer who hates the script. And then we get into the all-important reason number 3, the full-time ultimatum for the part-timer Roman Reigns. Reason number 3, and this one flips the entire narrative on its head. It comes down to Roman Reigns' schedule, but not in the way that you are thinking. For years, people complained about Roman Reigns being a part-timer, but sources are now indicating that for this new contract leading into the Netflix era, Roman Reigns is demanding to be full-time. He wants to be on every Raw, every SmackDown, and run the show like the old days. He wants to be the undeniable face of the company 24/7 around the clock. Kind of like I give you guys videos around the clock. I never stop. But here is the twist. WWE, well, reportedly, they don't want that. Triple H and TKO reportedly want Roman as a special attraction only. You know, Christmas only comes once a year, and it's special. It feels exciting. Because if Christmas came every day, that would be boring, that would be dull, that would be unexciting, right? They believe that his value stays high only if he's rare, like The Undertaker or Brock Lesnar, or even Randy Orton. He's not full-time all the time, let's be honest. They don't want him overexposed on weekly TV. Roman Reigns is allegedly refusing to sign the part-time Legends deal. He's saying, I won the Rumble, I'm the guy, I'm taking over everything. Triple H is looking at the budget and the creative plans and saying, no, you work the dates we tell you to work. Because Roman Reigns is refusing to accept the reduced schedule, Triple H might void the Rumble win to force his hand. It's an ultimatum. Sign the part-time deal and play your role, or lose your WrestleMania main event and act as if the Royal Rumble never even happened. Roman Reigns wants the throne every day. Triple H only wants him to visit on holidays. So let me know in the comments section, do you think that Triple H actually has the guts to do it? Is Roman Reigns about to get screwed out of his WrestleMania main event? This is a power struggle for the soul of WWE. And if Roman loses this win, this is going to be an absolute war. This is going to be of blockbuster magnitude. The magnitude of this is going to escalate. It is going to dominate, and it is going to illustrate the current WWE schedule. This is why this could have all been avoided if the WWE went the route of LA Knight. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of puzzle pieces moving. There's a lot that needs to be in place. There's a lot that needs to be talked about. There's a lot that needs to be said. Who would have you had win the Royal Rumble last night? Who would have you had their arm raised and punched their stick straight to WrestleMania last night? What would you have booked it? How would you have gone about it? And what was ultimately your review of the Royal Rumble last night? Remember, if you want more videos like this, it's so crucial important to click the bell, subscribe. We go in depth. We dig deep. We give you the exclusive. We give you the intrusive. We give you the most detailed. We give you the most breakdowns. And nobody gives you the kind of excitement and aura. Nobody gives you the kind of heart and hustle. Nobody gives you the kind of territory that Sean's View Entertainment brings to you right here on this very channel. And we try to make it historic. Also, the Masked Man. We talked about it in the other video. We talked about it last night during the Royal Rumble, and we're going to be talking about it right here and right now. Once again, the Masked Maker, the Masked Man, is coming down to a few individuals. Was it AJ Styles, who's going to refuse to actually retire and go back on his word? Was it LA Knight? Was it Austin Theory? Was it Seth Rollins? Was it Finn Balor? Was it the Raw general manager? It could be any of those 5 that I just talked about, any of those 5 that I just listed. Either way, it is somebody that has it out for the vision, because the last thing you could have predicted last night was Braun Breaker being second, only to be eliminated first in the Royal Rumble. Nobody had that on their cheat sheet. Nobody had that on their bingo card, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time, we got breaking news on last night's Royal Rumble behind the scenes backstage. WWE's first ever Royal Rumble in the Middle East was promoted as a massive milestone, but the optics inside Saudi Arabia led to a lot of criticism. Now we have an explanation for the noticeable empty section. Oh, because we heard, it wasn't sold out. There was hardly anybody in the arena. It looked like a ghost town at the Royal Rumble last night. Well, now we have an explanation. According to PW Insider, on February 1, 2026, sources within WWE claimed that the appearance of a low turnout was actually due to a new production experiment gone wrong. Specifically, the use of LED lighting on the seats caused the venue to appear emptier than it really was on TV, despite it being jam-packed and almost fully sold out. For those who have asked about the look of emptiness at the Royal Rumble last night, we were told that the setup for the LED lights actually made the venue look as if it wasn't as full as it actually was. WWE officials stated that around 25,000 tickets were moved for the event, a figure that, if accurate, would make Royal Rumble one of the company's largest international shows ever. However, the LED seating effect failed to translate properly on the broadcast. One source reportedly admitted that the specific production approach likely won't be used again when WWE returns to Saudi Arabia. While production may have played a part, the conversation around ticket accessibility and crowd experience remains a hot topic. Do you believe that WWE's explanation about the lighting setup and how it looked very empty last night at the Royal Rumble, or the ticket resales chaos, the real issue? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Yeah, very nice. Nice try, though. They were clearly empty, just like they clearly moved everyone to the front for Roman Reigns so the replays don't look pathetic. I think it's a mix. When the camera's close up, you can see people behind the LED lights. But at the right part of the arena, from the principal camera, you can see some empty seats. Now, this is according to some comments and opinions online. Also, WWE went full secret ops to keep the return of Brie Bella secret last night at the Royal Rumble. What did you think about the return? And again, that was only the really only meaningful or exciting, if you want to call it that, surprise at the Royal Rumble last night. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the return of Brie Bella. Also, the former general manager of NXT, Ava, who was released, who left, who exited the WWE, who wanted to go separate ways with the company. Ava is slamming ICE and Donald Trump administration after her WWE departure. Oh, so that had a big thing to do with it. The ICE and Donald Trump had a big to-do with her departure from the WWE. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word right now. The Sandman, former ECW original, one of the most iconic ECW wrestlers of all time, is set for his retirement match at Joey Janela's Spring Break 10. The Sandman, the beer-swilling, cigarette-smoking violence of the Sandman from ECW will be retiring. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, WWE ranks Roman Reigns' Rumble win over Liv Morgan's despite the mixed fan reaction. And that might have been the only great good thing last night, was Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble. There was no stumble. There was no mumble. There was no bad course about Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble. That went according to plan. That went the way it was supposed to go. Also, MJF, the current reigning AEW World's Heavyweight Champion, defends controversial promos after fan backlash. Sorry, I am not boring and PG. Also, the former Sasha Banks of WWE, you all recognize, you all know the name. She's now known as Mercedes Moné in AEW. Mercedes Moné responds after fan begs her to make WWE return after the Royal Rumble. Do you want to see Sasha Banks return to World Wrestling Entertainment? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Do you believe Sasha Banks fits in the current day of WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on all of that. Also, coming through the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, footage shows massive production botch during the WWE Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Also, the reason behind the reason behind Ava's WWE departure revealed, being exposed and leaked online. Why Chris Jericho, everybody expected it, everybody anticipated it. Speaking about returns, where were the returns? Where were the comebacks? Where were the Hall of Famers, the legends, the Attitude Era? Where was Jericho, Lita, Trish Stratus, Bianca Belair? Again, Jericho, where was all these shocks and all these surprises? Also, AEW discussed AJ Styles potentially jumping ship amid uncertain future in WWE. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into the real reason, because we just talked about Chris Jericho. Well, as of today, Chris Jericho is still listed on AEW's roster page, which is a great indication of whether somebody is still with the company. And Chris Jericho has not left the company as of yet, which is why he did not appear in last night's Royal Rumble on Netflix. Again, viewers, fans, and subscribers, it all boils down to you. Plenty more to come around the clock, because here on the Unapologetic Sean View, we never, ever stop. Subscribe.